Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride. For listeners that don't know, when we talk about mindset, anybody that works with us in Inner Blueprint, we create a focus on what we call the power trifecta.
Yeah.
And the top of the triangle is money, right? For a return on investment for the business owner, anybody participating. We want to try and help you make more money. But the base of the triangle is where the gold is. And it's, this side is health and wellness, both mental and physical, and this side is relationship with self. And as Tim's sharing, his team, as they focus on themselves, as they focus on their health and wellness, they're starting to release weight. They're starting to feel healthier and happier. When you're working on the base of that triangle and you're working on self-love, you're working on health and wellness, everybody's going to make more money. And that's the beautiful thing about this work.
Yeah.
I do want to hit on one other thing because you brought up a really good point that I know a lot of our business owners actually share is if I put my people in Inner Blueprint, they're going to leave. They're going to leave. And I will say this, since we created the Inner Blueprint, this is more than thinking to results. We have seen people leave either companies or the program faster than they ever did in thinking to results because this program weeds out, I don't want to say the bad eggs, but the people that aren't in alignment with the growth of your company and where it's going. And it does that so that it's actually saving you money. It's saving you money because instead of letting these people kind of drag out and take from you and be low performers or not be in alignment and not have the same values and goals, it doesn't allow them to do that. They can't be part of your company anymore. And it triggers something inside them to leave. And so you did have two key people leave that were in our program.
But do you think they would have left anyway, regardless of the program?
Longer down the road?
Oh, the one for sure. There's no question.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's the one that left is a tough situation because I still think he was the right guy and he was aligned with us. I think he was just in a tough situation. It was his son, and so
yes.
That's hard because look, blood's thicker than water, and yes. so it is what it is. But I think to your point, it does. And one of the things I think that our company, the reason why we're relatively successful and why we do well is I think the number one thing we have is a good culture.
Yes.
Well, this is part of it.
Yes.
Right? This is part of the good culture. And getting everybody aligned and get everybody on the same page and making everybody's lives better. That's one of the most rewarding things. Anybody that knew me 10 years ago, yes, I cared about employees, and they knew I cared about employees. But I also cared about money. And I hate to say it, I probably cared more about money than I did anything else. And not for me.
Yeah.
Just cash flow for the company.
Yeah.
Right? Because I knew what...
Scarcity mindset too, actually.
100%. I mean, you and I both went through 07, 08, 09, 10 together. I was so worried that we needed to make money, not to put in my own pocket, let me be clear, but to make sure that the company was taken care of. One thing I've learned through this work and this process is that, yes, you need that. But you get everybody aligned and you get everybody on the same page, that stuff takes care of itself.
Yeah.
Cash flow fixes itself.
Having a good culture, a good team takes care of the cash flow issues because you're adding value to your people. Yeah. They're adding value to the business and to your clients. The customers are the end, beneficiary of all this work that we do because when we've got happy, healthy people working in a happy, healthy culture, they're going to put out really good projects and you're going to have a lot of happy, healthy customers. And
culture is all about alignment, making sure that you are aligned in the same goals and the same mindset and the same wants, needs, and overall everything. And so many people think that success to get to where you need takes time, but what it really takes is alignment. So if you, like you have created this amazing culture with alignment of the right people working towards the right goals, you've seen that massive success. Yes. And that's why something like even when you have challenges arise, the team gets even farther in alignment and your success is just going to skyrocket. It will continue to do so.
So true. And I think you're right. And that's the goal, that's the wish, the desire, but I know it's going to happen because we want it to.
Welcome to the Inner Blueprint Podcast. I'm Sean Foyer, the Universal Mindset Disruptor. With over 20 years of turning blueprints into thriving home improvement businesses, I've learned that the strongest foundations start in your mind. Whether you're building a business or your own success, we're here to reshape how you think and face daily life and always remind you to enjoy the ride.